Hi everyone, it's Sue and it's time for another collage video. I'm up to number 13 and I'm hoping to do 13 and 14 today together. That'll hopefully catch me up a little bit. So what I've got is for 13. Now, I was pretty, I just went with it with this one. I didn't try not to think too much because I think that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking too much. Okay, so I have a photo. Now these photos I bought as a packet. It is in Greece. I've used some of them before, but I figured I've got to use them for something. I bought them, I might as well use them. So there's my photo. I'll just, there you go. It's, it says, I think it says Roman fort or something. No, I'm not sure. It was taken in 87, so it's not that old, I guess, unless of course you're very young. Next one, geometric shape. Now I went with this foam stamp, which I got from Scrapbooking and Crafts some time ago, but I find they're really great to use. So I thought because it's squares, instead of going with circles, like I tend to go with circles a lot. So I thought, what have I got that's a square stamp? Then I thought, aha, this is perfect. So got that. Something you see through the window, that would be, well, this, I guess you can see through the window, but you can also see flowers through the window if you, of course, you happen to have them in your garden. I've got lines. Now for the lines, I thought I would just draw some lines or, you know, doodle some lines on there. And then ticket stub, I don't have any ticket stubs, but I have these tickets, so I thought I'd use those, and they kind of toned in with the pink of the flowers. Oh, that's what I was going to do, that's right. I've got this here which has lines on it, but I can also stamp lines too. That's what I was going to do. And it says bonus typewriter text. Now I don't have a typewriter, so what I did was I went on the computer and I found a text for font that is supposed to be as close to as a typewriter text. And now typewriters originally, I guess, I may have only had the one font, but I remember the last typewriters I used were ones that you could change it was actually the last one I remember, I think, was an IBM typewriter. It was an electric typewriter and it had a little ball, like we called it a golf ball, and it had different text on it. So that's the one I remember. But this one was called Courier. Courier New, I think it was, on the computer. So what I did was I looked up the word explore and put its definition. So it's a verb and travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it or inquire into or discuss a subject in detail. So I thought that would be good because it kind of goes with the photograph in that you would be exploring to take this photograph. So that was my thinking. Alright, now let's have a look how I can put this together. Now I need to get rid of all the white on here. Now I did put a background because I didn't want the white. The background was sand, I think it is. It's one of the textures and it's sand. Okay, so now obviously this is the biggest thing, so it's going to be my focal point, but it's actually a little bit too big, so I might actually have to trim it down. Alright, I might just take a little bit off here. Okay, so yep, not exactly straight. I really shouldn't just cut them. Okay, that'll do. Alright, so there's that. Now, I did think I could stamp this, but I'm thinking if I'm using this for stamping, I may not need this to stamp. I could put that as a... kind of have several focal points with this one, don't I? And then spread those around. I might just drop this, no, if I push it up. Or maybe put it this side. I always go for this side, the left side first. I don't know why. Okay, maybe that. Maybe have that overlapping there. Maybe that there. No, I don't quite, although I do like that overlapping. Maybe overlap there. Maybe that there. Okay, yeah, I don't mind that actually. And then maybe have one up there. I have to have three just because. Maybe that there. And maybe I can't have three. No, it doesn't look right, does it? What about if I tuck it under though? It's not too bad. What if I turn this one this way? Yeah, I think I like that. Yep, I do, I like that. Now of course I've got to put this, and I was thinking in the background, and I'm hoping not to do it too dark. So I might just get some scrap paper, oops, so that I can stamp it off. Alright, now of course I've got to remember how I did this, so let's just try and move it in one piece out of the way. Alright, now maybe I should have used a lighter one. This one's walnut stain. Can't see my other one, the lighter one. Yeah, that's not too bad though, is it? Okay, let's just go for it. Okay, that kind of fills the background a bit, doesn't it? I'll just get rid of all of that. Goodness, it really does hold the ink, doesn't it? Excellent. Okay, get rid of that. Now we will just distress the edges of these things. And to bring out those lines, I might just go over those a little bit. Okay. Oops, take the lid off, that might help. So I hope everyone's really well. I'm getting lots of crafting in. There we go. Alright, now this one. I've spent some time out in the garden recently trying to clean up now the results of my veggie garden, because it's time to sort of clear it all up and tidy it up. So I've been doing that, which is, it's actually been quite nice being out there outside and just enjoying the not too hot, not too cold weather that we've been having. I do mostly do it in the morning actually. I find I like to get out there in the morning. The air's, it's just so much nicer and fresher outside in the morning. Always reminds me of being on holidays where you tend to be up, well, I tend to be up a little bit earlier. I guess unfamiliar bed and all of that sort of thing. And I also don't like to waste my holidays, you know, like I feel like I've got to get up and do lots of things. So, yeah. So I've been up, getting out there and doing some weeding, some pruning, clearing stuff. Alright, now I think that was like that. I think it was right there. Yep, and the flowers. Alright. Now I don't want to block out all the writing. I guess it won't matter if there's some of it, really. I'm just hoping it sticks okay on those ridges. Oh, now one of these was going underneath, wasn't it? Oh dear. Hopefully I'll be able to get the glue. Yep, good. Ooh. Can I get it enough without ripping it? Yes, that'll do fine. Excellent. And this one. Oh, I didn't do the edges, did I? Oops. Okay, now it has to go this way. And just gently lift that up. And like so. Yep. Now I need a bit more glue there. Okay. And the lucky last one. Oh, I do like this actually. I like the flower overlapping the other things. I think that's quite nice actually. I like that idea. And I'll just pop that like that. And there we go. Hopefully that will stick. So that's that one. Now as usual I'll pop photos at the end so you can sort of have a closer look. Alright, now the next one, number 14, buttons. Let me just get rid of this out of the way. Okay, there's my pile of bits and pieces. Alright, just block that for a minute. Okay, now buttons, I've got, where are we? I've got real ones, although I think they're what you'd call craft buttons, some of them. I've got those 3 there, and they're all purple because one of the other prompts is something purple. So they're the purple as well as the buttons. Now, the next one, something royal. I would have loved a picture of a castle, but I couldn't find one. So I've got this picture of Henry VIII, which was out of one of my vintage books. And I've also got some stamps that are kind of royal. Now this one is an English one, and it's Edinburgh Castle, which I'm assuming is a royal castle. I've got a picture of the Queen on this stamp, and I've got a picture of the Queen on this stamp. So that I figured was my royal stuff. Now the poem, because it's royal, I went with a poem about royalty, and it says, as dreamers we are off to make believe, escaping the banal... Sorry, let me start again. Royalty. As dreamers we are off to make believe, escaping the banality of time, stories of noble royals that we weave into the fabric of this very rhyme. By Thomas Newlove, 2017. I just googled royal poems and there was a few, but I kind of liked this one. It reminded me of when you're younger and, you know, you dream of being well, I did, dream of, you know, royalty, princes, princesses, living in castles, all of that kind of thing. And that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of those long gone days before reality really hits and you realise it's never going to happen. But anyway, it was, you know, as a child it's nice to dream, isn't it? I still, must admit, I still dream of, you know, having lots of money and being able to do what I like. I mean, not that money's everything, let's be honest, but sometimes it would be nice not to have to worry about money. Imagine the craft room you could have, seriously. And all the supplies and things, wow. Be lovely, wouldn't it? I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. The next one is a schematic. So the schematic, I grabbed this collage paper because it seems to have, where is it? There's schematics there. So I thought I'd tear that part off and mostly use this as a background, I think. This is great collage paper. I actually got it from Which Crafts Do You Do in Australia. If I remember, I'll link it below, but if you just Google it, which as in not the witch, the wicked witch, it's the which way to go witch. Which craft do you do, all in one. It's, well, there's no gaps between the words, so I don't know how to do this. So yeah, maybe, oh, there's two. Excellent. So if you're interested in it, Google that. Now I really want that section. Looks like I'm going to have to rip this bit. Oops, don't get it all in there. Maybe I might have to cut it actually, it might be safer. I just didn't want to wreck all the rest of the paper by ripping it. Okay, now that might actually be too big, but we can trim. Alright, hold that later. Okay, so that's all I need, I think. Oh, something, two of something. Well, I figured I've got 2 buttons, I've got 2 stamps, that's fine. And the bonus was something purple. Okay, so get rid of that. Now I'm thinking background for this. Maybe I should go right to the end of the page. Yeah, almost to the end. Okay, so we'll just trim. We'll trim this end. Okay, I'm not going to try and distress the edges because I think that would be just too hard. Oh, I've got. There's a bit of scrap paper. I've got some pink on my glue stick. Interesting. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's coming along. Now, what I've been thinking recently, coming up with ideas for videos isn't all that easy. And I don't want to be, I don't want to be too repetitive because I don't, you know, I myself personally, I don't like watching the same things over and over again. I guess because I have limited time, I just don't. So in terms of making my own videos, I sort of think, well, what can I do that's different? What would people be interested in watching? So if you could leave in the comments some ideas that you think I could do, or you're interested in seeing me try, please let me know. I can't guarantee I'll do all of them. I may not be able to do them all. I'm not, you know, I'm not an expert on anything, and of course there are supplies that I simply don't have. But, you know, if you've got some ideas of something that you've seen or are interested in, please let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Because as I said, I am finding it a little tricky now for different ideas. Okay. Maybe the coloured one down there, and maybe there, and maybe there, maybe the bigger one there. Maybe there. I like things to overlap. Maybe that one could go in the end here. Now I've got the buttons. They kind of don't really go with the more vintagey look, do they? Never mind, they'll be right, I think. Don't like that one there. I kind of like the idea of having them together. What about... No, I don't think... No, I don't like that. Maybe the other side. Let's have a look. Maybe there. I'm just thinking also enclosing the book could be interesting as well. Okay, so I like that. And cat's trying to get in the door. Maybe there. The problem is if I let her in, then within a few minutes she wants to go out again. So it's that constant in, out. I think I like that. But what I might do is just bring the whole thing down a little bit. So it's more central. Yeah, I quite like that. Yep, Okay, let's get it finished. Distress. I think I did that one, didn't I? And I can't really do the buttons. And I did that one. Okay, so gluing down. Alright, let's just glue that to there so that I know where it goes. Okay, that's going there. Okay, I should be right with the rest. Now I'm just wondering, I think I might have to use a craft glue for the buttons because they, I don't know, the art glitter glue is pretty good, but I'm not sure how it will go sticking those buttons. Alright. Okay, looking good. Oops. Ooh. Now, I think that one was there. This is the problem I have. I can't remember what I've done. Alright, and I will use craft glue for that. I keep losing the pin to my art glitter glue. I really need one of those fancy beady looking things. I might have to try and figure out how to do it, how to make one using the pin. Because you have to use pins made of a certain material because otherwise they rust. So I'm figuring it's old-fashioned pins. So if you've got old-fashioned pins, like old ones, you're probably right. It'd be the modern ones that would be the problem, I imagine. Be the metals or something that they're made of. Going with that there. And I don't know whether to put it evenly. Oh, no. Maybe even. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Okay, and lucky last. Well, hopefully the video hasn't been too long, but I'm trying to catch up, and I must admit the editing of the videos does take a while. So I thought, well, if I do one, hopefully it should take a little bit of less time. Alright, so that's that one. Just checking, we have buttons, real or drawn or stamped, something royal, a poem, schematic, which is the background, two of something, well there's two of a few things, and bonus purple. So that's that one. Alrighty. As I said, please leave in the comments if there's anything you can think of that you'd like to see me do. And look, if you want to see me do tags again, that's fine. As long as I've got a purpose. I must admit I'm one of these people that I have to have a purpose for doing something. So if the purpose is that you'd like to see it, then that's the purpose. But I just find it hard just to do things for the sake of doing things. Alright, I'll stop rambling. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.